Hi, this is Scott from the Mountain Dispatch and Scott Shot Media. Today is Tuesday, February 16th, and this is what is happening on the mountain. Light traffic today, no scheduled CalTrans project on the mountaintop during the day today. We do have that ongoing long-term project, the 210 widening project. So sometimes at the bottom of the 330 transition to the 210, they are taking up a transition lane for that project. So if you commute between about 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., you may have a detour down there. And there are no accidents reported today, so traffic's looking pretty good. Weather, no hazardous weather forecasted for today. There is little to no fire risk today, but because of some drying out conditions and some wind, we are slightly elevated for the rest of the next 6 days, the rest of the week, to a low fire risk. You may see some smoke in the North Lake Arrowhead area off the 173 at Grass Valley. Forest Service is doing some pile burning today over there at Rock Camp. They posted possible, but I saw on the CHP incident log that somebody actually reported a fire, so I suspect that's what is going on over there. There were only 4 crimes reported on the mountain over the long 3-day weekend. Currently, there are 6 Southern California Edison outages affecting about 179 customers today. You probably didn't feel them, but yesterday and the day before in the Big Bear Lake area, well east of Big Bear Lake, there was a 1.9 as well as a 2.0 earthquake reported. Just a great reminder that we do live in earthquake country and we should always be prepared for the next one. And lastly, just 24 COVID cases reported over a 3-day weekend. That gives us about 8 cases a day, which is a huge improvement. Hopefully we won't see a post 3-day weekend, Valentine's Day, President's Day spike. We didn't see a huge one after Super Bowl Sunday, so that's good. Currently, we have about 81 active cases. I get a lot of questions and comments about that. What constitutes an active case? It's just a guess. It's the number of cases that we reported 10 days ago, minus the number of cases that we reported today. So that gives us 81. And certainly people, not all of those people are sick, by the way. They just tested positive. Some of them are asymptomatic. Some of them were very sick. Some of them healed quickly. Some of them had some lingering. But basically, there are 81 people right now on the mountain that could be potentially infectious, potentially contagious. So that number is continuing to drop every day as well. Unfortunately, because there is lingering issues, a lot of people who have pre-existing health issues, for example, may have contracted COVID a week, a month, maybe even almost a year ago, and have since passed away. And so unfortunately, we did report 3 new deaths over the holiday weekend, 1 in Big Bear City, 1 in Big Bear Lake, and 1 in Lake Arrowhead. So that's all that I have for you today. If you have a few minutes to stick around, we'll go into greater details, starting with our traffic. Traffic is light across the mountain, no closures, no scheduled CalTrans projects during the day. There is that ongoing long-term project down here at the bottom of the 330 transitions to 210. So overnight, you may have a detour if CalTrans takes up one of those transitions for their widening project. The only thing reported to CHP is smoke over here by Rock Camp. Forest Service did report that they are doing pile burning, or they potentially could do, if the weather was favorable, they could do some pile burning. So I imagine that's what's going on over there, but no other issues to report. The weather is going to look very nice this week. Some slight winds overnight tonight, but mostly sunny skies, mostly mild temperatures for the immediate future. I actually looked out 10 days and I don't see any significant weather on the horizon. No hazardous weather to report. Just maybe some moderate coastal issues, some marine weather today, but the rest of the week is going to look really, really nice. Our next chance of some wind after tonight is next Saturday, overnight Saturday into Sunday. You can see we can have a potential for some gusts. This is about 30 to 35 miles an hour, so nothing damaging. We shouldn't expect to see any damage or power outage as a result of that. But because of this wind, we are at a slightly elevated fire risk starting tomorrow on the forest floor. We're still under a moderate risk, but we go from little to no risk today to little to no risk today to a low risk starting tomorrow for the next 7 days, which is with this wind that we get this time of year, Santa Ana-like conditions, lower humidities. There is some minor drying out that is possible, but that's average for this time of year. And you can see on the long term, the long range fire risk prediction that we are at an average risk of fire for the next 4 months in the region. Crime, there were 4 incidents reported over the 3-day weekend. You can look at this map. I'll post it separately if you want to see if there was police activity in your neighborhood, what was going on over the last few days. Edison is currently reporting 6 power outages, 6 maintenance outages, or 5 maintenance and 1 equipment issue. It's only affecting about 179 customers, and power should be returned to everybody by 5 o'clock this evening. You probably didn't feel it, but yesterday we had a 1.9. The day before we had a 2.0 earthquakes centered. This is 2 different maps here, centered off Highway 38, just north of Forest Falls, between Forest Falls and Big Bear City. Pretty desolated areas. Probably wasn't felt, no damage reported, but just a good reminder to always be prepared for the next one. Lastly, is our COVID-19 updates. Not any changes to report on our state's 4-tier risk system. Again, this is a 7-day average trailing 7 days. So from 8 to 14 days ago is where we are with this risk tier. We want to see all of these numbers down to minimum, and hopefully this afternoon when we get some updated, they usually change these on Tuesdays. That's when the 7-day period ends. Hopefully we'll see some more of these widespread change back down to minimal risk, and especially in some of the larger communities. But these are 5 of our smaller communities on the mountain. Not a lot of cases reported over the last 3 days over the holiday weekend. I don't have today's numbers yet, but yesterday, Sunday, and Saturday, we had 24 new cases. So that's averages 8 cases a day. But unfortunately, we did have 3 deaths reported, 1 in Big Bear Lake, 1 in Big Bear City, and 1 in Lake Arrowhead over the weekend. That gives us widespread risk community-wide for both Bear Valley and the Rim communities. Our daily numbers, so yesterday's numbers, we're at a 16, so there was 8 reported yesterday. Divide that by 50,000 and you get 16 cases per 100,000. This is the number that we want to see drop below 7, which I think we are on our way to see. Once that drops down below 7 for 14 consecutive days, the state will drop us down to substantial risk. And then we will start seeing some other things open, like indoor dining at restaurants, et cetera, et cetera. About 5.4% of the entire mountain has tested positive for COVID-19 in the past year or so. Compare that to almost 13% of the county, which, by the way, is doing a lot better. We've seen some great numbers here. In fact, everybody is below 20 for the first time in months. So that's really good news. That's all that I have for you today. Feel free to follow along if you prefer the internet, mountain-dispatch.com. There you'll find not only all of our social media feeds, but additional stories that we may not post on social media about fire safety, earthquake safety, power safety, different timely topics. Feel free to email me or give me a text message. Follow along on social media, Facebook, What is Happening on the Mountain, or on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Periscope at Scott Shot Media for late breaking news. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon.